We are here. We are here. Man, I almost was late. Top of the hour on the dot. After a 3-week hiatus, we are back for AEW Dynamite watch-alongs, and holy shit, tonight's card looks stacked. This is pay-per-view quality main event stuff we're looking at here, and I got a feeling we might see another debut. We are literally just starting. Pyro's going off. JR is welcoming us, and we got quite the card on tap. Samoa Joe, Minoru, Suzuki, Ring of Honor TV title. We got Penta and CM Punk. We got Jurassic Express defending the tags. Man, great show on tap. Here comes CM Punk. I will be saying hello to the chat 1 second. Let me just get my ducks in a row since I'm just sitting down and making sure we're all up and running. You guys can hear me, right? All right, here comes CM Punk. All right, here we go. Cheers to you. Happy Wednesday. Feels good to be back. We haven't been here since mid-March watching a Dynamite. We had to take 3 weeks off for various reasons, but we are back. What do you think? Yay or nay on Claudio, on Cesaro coming in tonight? I kind of feel like tonight would be a good night to do it. If I can get Claudio, Punk, Danielson, Joe, all under the Ring of Honor banner. Ay. Where are they at tonight? I didn't catch the venue. Lakefront Arena. All right, while Penta's making his entrance, Population 420, it's very good to see you. Justin Lowe, WWE fan, Jet the Hawk, David Brown, Rodrigo, Deshaun, Michael, Victor, Janine, Divine, Casey, Evan, Alex the Gummy. Right on. Hello to the small handful of you that are in here right now. TJ. Oh, New Orleans. Thank you for that, guys. And Deshaun. Penta, Oscuro. I can't do the tongue roll thing. I like everything about this except for fucking Abrahantes. I don't know what he looks just like a ghoul in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey or something, where Penta looks a little bit more badass. Crazy, so far you have missed the intro, so you missed a whole bunch of Pyro. But I don't give reviews on Pyro, just the show. What's my opinion on Braun Strowman's stupid tweets? Just that. He's really stupid. I don't give him any time. He blocked me long ago during COVID when one of the first times he was a dick in public. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking so goddamn tone deaf, and I got blocked for it. But he's a fucking fool. He tweets like a YouTuber with 80 subscribers that calls everybody marks. He's like that. He was getting on Buff Bagwell. You're just trying to be edgy and cool. Imagine telling someone like 15, 20 years older than you that they're trying to be edgy and cool. I'm like, that's just what like a kid would say. Not like a grown-ass man who's 38 years old. I'd like to get my hands on Strowman's high school transcripts and see what his grades were like, because I can't imagine they were good. But what I do like about the whole situation is that Punk and Braun worked it out in the end. Or no, not sorry, Punk, Buff and Braun worked it out in the end and parted cool. But Braun will never not be stupid. But we're not here to talk about Braun or Adam Scherr. We're here to talk about AEW, CM Punk. I like the first time I've seen those like AEW banners in the background like that. I wonder if, is that a rib? Is that just some, I don't know, probably not, but is that some subtle rib on how WWE has to have their fucking logo everywhere? I mean, seems like there's more AEW logos right now than normal. Fans are somewhat split. I'm glad they kicked this match off first, man. What an opener. Punk looks a lot like his, with the hair right now. Doesn't he look like Summer of Punk? He's kind of slicking it back again. He's got that look to him. If you just dye his beard and get the gray out of there, he's barely aged at all. It's probably a fun match to open with. I have no clue what's main eventing. It might be Joe and Suzuki. Probably is, actually. Wow. This is awesome. This is one of the best chop exchanges I've ever seen. Because there was no pauses. It was just like boom, boom, boom. Piston-like chops. This crowd's hot, man. Jericho's main eventing? You think? Over the tags? Isn't that just a six-man? It's Jericho and Hager and Garcia. Oh, that could be the main event. I don't think so, though. Oh, yeah, Lee and Strickland. That's right. Hobbs and Starks. That'll be good. Main event is Ring of Honor TV title. All right. All right, that will be our main event. I got Samoa Joe all the way in that. Samoa Joe is 2 hours away from being a title holder in Ring of Honor. How cool is that? Oh, now Punk's hair has come back a little bit down to earth. There is supposed to be an overrun tonight, according to Tony Khan, or according to the reports. So they got some big shit planned, and I think that Joe Suzuki match could be a perfect place for Claudio to come out. Evan, I'm pretty sure Cesaro could do both. I think everybody can do both. I think they're going to try to have people kind of grounded where they are, but I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth and a lot of appearances. But I think Cesaro is too much of a heavyweight talent to just be in Ring of Honor. I think he should be on the main roster and make appearances in Ring of Honor. Unless they put him over there to be champion and lead the locker room, you know, and as it transitions into this new ownership. Harry Smith and AEW for the Owen Cup. I would love that too. Pitcher in pitcher. All right, we got our first pitcher in pitcher. I've been kind of out of the wrestling news loop for about the last 2 days. I haven't seen anything too crazy happening. And so in terms of any reports of contracts being signed, I have no idea. As far as I know, though, Cesaro is not signed with AEW, but he still could show up tonight. Hey, appreciate that $5 there, Divine Ricks. Good to see you back, man, too. Glad you're here. Hey, Greg, what match would you like to see more at the main event of Double or Nothing? Punk versus Cole or Punk versus Hangman? I should start thinking about that, shouldn't I? I'm going to be at Double or Nothing. I got great seats for that show, too. I don't know. Punk or Cole would be good. Both those matches would be awesome. Either one could be for the championship, too. I think Hangman will probably retain on Friday. Jim Cornette finally gave Young Bucks credit for the match with FTR, so hell is frozen over. I don't really listen to his shit, but, I would imagine you can only pretend this shit sucks for so long before you start looking stupid. So he's going to, at least have to. He can hate them all he wants, but you can't be so blinded by hate that you just assume that every single thing they put in front of the fan's face is terrible trash, because that's not true. And so even the biggest AEW haters are going to have to acknowledge when we see good matches or a good moment or anything like that. So you can't really watch a match like that and say it's bad. If you do, then something ain't right with you at all. And I remember some of those tag teams in Smoky Mountain. Put a Thrill Seekers match side by side with a Bucks or FTR match. You tell me which one's better, because I know which one's going to be better. Wyndham versus Penta would be fun. I kind of feel like I'm starting to feel like he might turn back up in WWE. I've just got that vibe. I don't know why. I thought we might even see The Fiend at WrestleMania. We did not. Yeah, I'm curious. Actually, that is one thing I would listen to, is Cornette's thoughts on Sonny, because him and Sonny go way back. I mean, he gave Chris and Tammy their start from what I remember. So I'm sure he's probably frustrated and disappointed, but at the end of the day, probably retains that base level love for her. Just, it was just probably more sad. Oh, God, what was he trying to do there, CM Punk? I don't know if Punk botched a Hurricane Rana or he was just selling the leg. It looked like he was going up for it and was like, nah, never mind. Not going to do that. I'd love to see Johnny Gargano come in. I'm not sure about Ken Shamrock. Cross and Scarlett will be cool. I just don't know. They've got that. They swim in that CYN soup, and I don't know if that's something that anybody wants anything to do with. I like this venue, too, because it's looks a touch smaller. Ooh, Punk really selling that knee. Anybody got an injury update on poor Phoenix, man? Busted his arm to hell in that match a few weeks back. Whatever he's up to, I hope he's doing well. Sean Dean and MJF, that's right. Damn, they've got, 6-7 matches on this card? WrestleMania 12 had the same amount of matches on it, the card that tonight does. Oh. He's going to buckle that knee, though. What else does Punk? Oh, he's got submissions. I was about to say, what does Punk use as a finish other than GTS? What can he put you away with? Oh, God. Nice. Oh, fireman's carry over. There's his choke. I suppose we could see some sort of crazy double count out with Suzuki and Joe, but now that Joe's in the company, I just feel like they're going to want him to have some Ring of Honor polish on him. That's just my thought, but I could be wrong. Oh, Pepsi Plunge, that's right. He brought that back out for the first time in 15 years. Oh, yeah, Divine. Tell me about it, man. I'm excited to do Double or Nothing. I'm on the bottom level, not the floor, one level up, and I think I'm like 11 rows up from that. So I've just got perfect alignment with the ring. Because I really hate being on the floor. You guys have been to wrestling shows. The floor sucks. I mean, unless you're in the front row, I don't want to be on the floor. I don't know how people go to WrestleManias and they're like the very back row on the floor. Like, you can't see shit. Why would you? I'd rather be up in the stands, where you can actually see the ring or have a view of it. The floor blows. Ringside only for me, or the floor can suck it. Which one would I want first for Punk, Danielson or Joe? Danielson. Joe and Punk had phenomenal matches 17 years ago. I don't think they'll be able to put on that quality in 2022. Danielson and Punk, though, I think could tear it up. And Punk and Joe wouldn't be bad by any means, but if you're going to compare it to the first round of fights in Ring of Honor, it's going to be tough to top that. Especially when you're older and bigger and slower. It's harder to do. Go to sleep chant. It looks like it's just the one bottom level there in this building. I like it. Wish the lights were up so I get a better look at it. Is he going for it right now? I was about to say, this does not feel like the finish. Penta caught him. Ooh. Wow, Deshaun, I was never expecting Brock to be at Backlash to begin with. I thought Brock was gone. I thought after WrestleMania he's done for a while. I did not expect him at Backlash, so I don't know who was reporting that he was going to be there, but I thought it was understood that he wouldn't be. I mean, who the hell is he going to work with, Oh, nice counter. Caught him off the rope. I didn't expect Punk to hit it that way. I knew Punk would win with a quick GTS, but I did not expect him to catch the motherfucker. Good opener. Good opener. What'd they go, about 15 minutes? 14? Look in his eyes. What does he see? Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker one day. Yes, one day. Let's make that in the distant future. Because if they bring Braun Breaker up within the next year and make him that guy, the fans will just instinctively reject him. They might accept him at first, but it'll turn quick. Wrestling fans their behavior is as consistent as gravity. That's exactly what they will do. JAS. I hate those little ass planes, man. Hate them. Hager, I don't think you can fly without a shirt. Oh my God, they just happen to be there too. We'll see you tonight. Oh, who'd they get to? Oh no, 2.0. God damn these guys. They fucked us up in baggage claim. They got their thumbs. Where's your shoes, he says. Where is his shoes? I'd like to know that too. So what do you think? They didn't rent a plane to fly. They probably just rented a plane for the hour so they could film that. Like, all you got to do is shoot us coming out of it. I would love to see a title change here, but I don't know. Yeah, AEW Tag Team record 1-1. But I'm rooting for them. I would prefer them to be champions over these guys. It might be kind of fun to see them retain here and then maybe FTR beat them and just start collecting all the tags too. Yeah, TJ, I'm just saying something similar. Like FTR going after the winners here regardless, I think would be fun. Now, didn't Red Dragon already get a tag title shot? One in a multi-man match? When was that? Pay-per-view maybe? And they didn't win. But since FTR has already got a couple of sets of tags right now anyway, and I feel like at this point Jungle and Lucha are ripe. I like them, but they're ripe. I think it's time. There's too many quality teams right now for the goddamn dinosaur to be holding this belt. Man, Texas Deathmatch. Now, wait, are they doing a Battle of the Belts, too, on Saturday? Maybe they're taping that. Since Rampage is live, are they taping that? So Thunder Rosa and Nyla in the Battle of the Belts on Saturday. So I assume they're taping that Friday along with Rampage, but hell, I don't know. So you guys tell me on that one. Who's got it better, y'all? Jungle Boy or Sammy Guevara? Place your votes. It's kind of a tie in my book, but I don't know. I'm tall though, so I might have to go Jungle Boy. Oh. Good tag team continuity here, taking down the Dragons. TJ, yep, I think I'm with you. Oh, now we got some Sammy votes. All right, so far Jungle Boy's in the lead. Jungle Boy's in the lead. He's winning. We need some more Sammys. Do I like sushi? Yes, I do, actually. Like it a lot. Restaurant that I managed, managed a tapas, like a small plate place back in the Carolinas for a long time, and we had some sushi dishes on the menu, and our girl back there could roll sushi. My God, she was so good. But we used to do Sushi Tuesday, where all of our sushi selections were $5, and oh my God, the bar would just be packed with people with tuna rolls and lobster rolls and sashimis and all the shit they can possibly get their hands on, and just drinking. It was nuts. I don't miss Sushi Tuesdays. Yeah, so I think Jungle Boy's going to win this contest. Oh, congrats, TJ. 3 weeks congratulating South Carolina State College. Right on. I'm from North Carolina. You know where all the teams are? I'm kidding. I lived really close to South Carolina when I was in Wilmington. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Myrtle Beach, Charleston. Congrats, TJ. Yeah, I'm seeing more of Luke Perry and Jungle Boy as he gets older. You can see it. It's definitely there, but I bet you wait another 10 years. Like, wait till he's a bit older. I think he's really going to look like him. And if he ever does anything with that fucking mop on his head, then he might even look like him more. Yeah, but I think if he looks like his dad now, he'll look even more so as he becomes an old man. I look like a lot like my dad now, and I didn't really look like him when I was a kid. Oh, there they go. There goes Jungle. Or Lucha, excuse me. Ooh, you all right, Luchasaur? He came down funky on that leg. He's all right. He's all right. If he tore something, he wouldn't be getting up. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Fish. I don't think Fish knew Jungle was coming. Did you see him try to scramble into position on time? Yeah, TJ, you did something I've never did. I do not have a college degree. I went to college, just didn't finish. Just didn't need to. But it's an excellent thing to have. And me and school were never really BFFs. We did not like one another. Ooh. I didn't like it. It didn't like me. Pitcher and pitcher. All right. Oh, you still look like your mom. One of my buddies, my best buds growing up, he had his mom's eyes, but his mom had really, really pretty eyes, really big eyelashes, just really pretty eyes. And he had pretty eyes, and the girls went crazy for him because he had these big, long eyelashes, and he did kind of look like a girl a little bit, but the girls liked that. Like he got so much ass in like elementary school and high school. It bothered me. It like made me mad. I'm like, how do you do it, man? Teach me how. But he had great eyes, chicks, and he got it from his mom. They looked exactly alike, like right here. It was hilarious. Many of us resented him for that. Oh, see, that's awesome, TJ. If I had to do it over again, going to school, I would have done something like that, like a sports communication or photography or something fun where, you can enjoy doing your job and it's something that actually interests you. My problem is nothing ever interested in me, or I found interesting. So that's awesome. Man, keep us updated on the progress of that. Freshman. Don't get stuffed in a locker. I guess in college they don't even stuff you in lockers anymore. You're safe. Just don't join a frat. Frat guys are horrible. Don't be one of them. Getting poontang at elementary? No, middle school. Middle school is different. By the time that kid was in the 8th grade, my God. Every party we went to, he would just be gone, disappeared. Playing doctor with some girl. Well, that's good, Alex. Accentuate your positives, hide your negatives. Nice. I wonder if we're going to get a story on, am I imagining this? We don't normally have this many AEW logos around, right? What I do like about their Dynamite setups, though, is that they're not always all the same. They do have to change things up depending on their venue. So, and they've had unique looking shows before, so this just might be a 1-week thing here. Probably what it is that overhang there from the upper level or to the lower level to the floor is so long. It would have been just a dead space there had nothing been there. So they might just placed the logos there to fill it in. Oh, you want to join the Animal House fraternity, the one on double secret probation? Toga! Oh, look out, O'Reilly. He tried to slingshot in with the Moxley. Damn, Mr. T. Greetings from the UK, 1:30 a.m. Drinking coffee and kicking back. Right on. It is 5:30 p.m. here. I'm drinking a Frosty Stella, but I'm probably only going to have one tonight because I want to get some YouTube work done when I'm done. So I think I'm going to take it easy on the drinking, so I'm not trying to concentrate and have a buzz at the same time because that's hard. Plan is to be here on Saturday, I guess. We'll be here Saturday for a podcast. No watch along on Sunday. Sunday is Easter. And I have to work our brunch on Easter, which is always fun. Oh, God, Jungle Boy tagged O'Reilly. Fish just ate a knee. Oh, they're going for the... That was a combination of the Smoking Guns old finish, but instead of the leg drop, they came off with a demolition elbow. That was good. That was good. Like that. I like that finish. The Hearts used to do a move like that too. As a tribute to Smoking Guns, Hearts, and Demolition, all in one move. Oh. Oh, my God. The butterflies are weird. I love their shit, man. Red Dragon's got good shit. Jungle's pretty close to the ropes. There you go, Victor. That's when we're going to do it. April 24th, Backlash 2004. I'll get the thumbnail up on the channel and the link up here tomorrow. That way it's just there so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's only like my third time seeing that. It's crazy. Straighten my mic out. I'll take a look at the cards for 06 or 07. Not sure what we'll do, Rodrigo. It's possible, though. Not sure if we'll get another Backlash in after that, before Backlash or not. And then we're going to move on to some Judgment Days or King of the Rings and stuff like that for May and June. Oh, my. Oh, my. O'Reilly's got the... What are we getting here? Oh, wow. Props to Luchasaurus for that strength. I mean, they were holding that position, which Lucha was basically just crouched over and with Fish prying onto him. He held him that whole time and then still lifted him up and powerbombed him to break up the 3 count. Fans giving him love. They deserve it. See, sometimes I don't think I give Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy enough credit. I've been kind of ready for them to drop the titles, but they are hanging, man. They are the champions of a division that has some pretty goddamn good teams. And they're holding their own. Oof. God, I kind of want to see a title change now. Nice. DDT. Riley sells it hard. Oh, Fish is going to get stuck here. Ooh, he almost caught Jungle Boy. Oh, is this going to be the finish? It is. Good for them. The way that whole finishing last couple sequences was going there, I was hoping for a bit more of a dramatic, exciting finish than that, but who cares, man? That was an awesome tag match. I'm ready for them to drop it, but I'm also always happy when they retain it. Good for you, Jungle Boy. Oh, God, O'Reilly's coming in. Are they going to... Damn it, you heels. You fucking heels. Oh, they're going to steal the belts? Oh, O'Reilly's celebrating with it. Look at him. I love it. I love O'Reilly. The way he held up the belt and danced around with it and then threw it down. That's actually pretty funny. It's fucking bullshit, man. Careful, they're going to rename you Butch. Fish's tights, I mean, if you remove the fish, it reminds me of like what Goldberg wore in his run 20 years ago. Ooh, here they come. Let's add some more belts. Look at all those belts. That's cool. It's a whole lot of NXT right there. They're shoving each other. They just cut to it. They just cut away to it. Like, they're not going to brawl. It's not in the script. That match with Wheeler, Yuta, and Moxley. What a crazy match. Regal is awesome. How often do you get a promo with 5 guys that all 5 you absolutely fucking adore with all your heart? That's rare. Regal, Mox, Shivani, Danielson, Yuta. The real work begins. I like that he's in that group. Marina Shafir and Sky Blue, right on. Is that next? I want to see this one. This tag match I think could be fun. I wouldn't put it up. Oh, here we go. I was about to say I wouldn't put it up next because that tag match ruled. So we got MJF and Cap and Sean up next. Yeah, AJ, I think you might be right. They might actually hold on to these things until Double or Nothing because that's coming up sooner than we think. I still got to book my hotel room. It's coming up soon. I still, in my head, I still feel like that's 3 months away, but it's not. It's like 6 weeks away. I better get on that. That'll be on Greg's agenda tonight. Book your Vegas hotel. Otherwise, I'll be sleeping on the streets in a tent outside the arena. Happily ever after. Oh, I heard a dad joke the other day. Why do women wear makeup and perfume? Because they're ugly and they smell. I'm kidding. That's actually the opposite. Kenny Williams, it's good to see you. Welcome back. I just saw the Cody pyro ribbing thing today. Props to whoever. Actually, a couple people sent me that video. So I didn't realize that was a thing, that they were kind of messing with him a little bit. I didn't catch that when he was coming out to the ring, I think on Raw, and he was kind of laughing a little bit, almost like he understood what they were doing when they were kind of going way over the top with it. So I like that they're kind of having fun with Cody's past a little bit and just having fun with it. I mean, Vince really seems to be all on board with this shit. For him to greenlight this whole damn thing with Cody and bringing him in exactly who he was in AEW, changing nothing, not wanting to put his Vince and Bruce Pritchard smear of paint on it and just letting it go and letting this be the story of him chasing the title out of a tribute to his dad. That's awesome. I think he might do it just based on WWE's treatment of him so far. We saw on Monday, everybody was freaked out, like, oh, they're putting him in the ring with The Miz. I'm like, he's just going to beat The Miz. That's it. He's facing Seth at the pay-per-view. We know that. This is just a guy for him to beat on Raw. That's like all it is. And that's all it was. How long was that match? 10 minutes? Beat The Miz, and it was done. It's like it wasn't a program. Well, they didn't let the pyro go off, but then didn't they go like super overboard with the pyro the next time? Is that what it was? Or I thought they were late on the pyro or something the first time. Who knows? Tony Storm and Hayter. I need to see them brackets, Tony. Look at Tony. Good Lord. Look at Jamie.
I want this match more than he does. I want this match more than the fans want this match. You know why? There's a lot of similarities between us, Tony. We both honed our craft in Japan, in the UK, in Europe. Much like Owen.
I'd be totally down with a Hayter in Storm final.
This is my crowning moment in AEW.
At least a semi-final match.
Because I'm going to win, and I'm going to break your face.
I'm going to break your face.
What's nothing to say? Cat got your tongue? Huh? Just gonna walk away? Huh? Of course, what she does for you.
Guys, back to you.
I don't know if how often I've heard Jamie Hayter talk before. She's pretty good. Maybe a couple times. I just didn't realize that she doesn't suck. That's for sure. Good for her. Sean Spears. You're really easy to not like. Takes very little effort. Oh, yeah, Sonny. Tony Khan, Tony Schiavone, and Tony Storm could do a podcast together. Tony. I have a feeling that's trademarked already, but call them up. Maybe they'll win a Tony. MJF puts tomatoes in his gumbo. Love it. And if anybody would know what not to do with gumbo, it's them fine folks in New Orleans. Yeah, Wardlow got in last week, yeah? So, what does he do this time? Oh, it's stuck. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Unless he's high, is he concealing a weapon? But otherwise, this is great. Oh, shit, I can't work it. You're going to have to ruin that scarf. Do you need a scarf in April in New Orleans? From what I remember about living in that part of the country, you don't. Oh, MJF's going to leave it on. Just wrestle in it. Oh, see, I was like, he's messing with us. It was fine. He is a sneaky, cagey. What is the dude in the Adam Sandler movie? I'm very, very sneaky. That's MJF. It's too much of MJF's ass there for me. Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. One guy's lost a shirt. One guy's dead. And the other one's been executed. Wardlow is here. I mean, that was like a professional hit on those three guys. I've never worn a scarf in my life. No matter what the temperature is. Wouldn't even occur to me to wear a scarf. Wouldn't even cross my mind. Uh-oh. Here comes some staff members. Look at Wardlow. He's slick. Look at Wardlow. Uh-oh. Such a good example of how this shit can really trickle down, you know? Max was already bubbling. Uh-oh, Spears about to get it. And then all his work with Jericho, and now CM Punk has really elevated him into a star, which has trickled down onto Wardlow, which is now elevating him into a star. He is over as hell. Look at this. Oh, here comes all the security. Wardlow's taking him out. Oh, my God. How many of these guys are there? Are these guys all in Ring of Honor? Do you have a haircut that makes it look like you want to be a WWE wrestler? If so, come apply for this security job. Oh shit, he's getting counted out. I'll triple. You could like go to jail for this. This is like super tampering. You can't bribe officials. Oh, good. He's like, fuck you. Yeah. Phew. Okay. He lost to Shawn Dean again. Yeah, this is a Ellsworth AJ Styles thing. Except Dean's way better than Ellsworth. Same idea, though. Ted DiBiase, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has done that before. He did that in 1988, the twin referee. How much money for the plastic surgery? I like that the AEW referees kind of feel a little bit like Attitude Era referees. Like you knew who they were a little bit, you know, and they would get involved when they had to, especially Earl. Where now they're just invisible. Sometimes when it's a female referee in the ring, I still don't notice. Like I've just tuned out the referee somehow, and that sucks. Where in AEW you kind of recognize them. Look at Wardlow. So he's basically like, this is never going to end until you release me from my contract. Look at Spears. That was a good sell by Shawn. See, I was wondering how they would eventually, you know, obviously this is going to have to lead to Wardlow getting out of the contract somehow. But I was wondering how they were going to do that. And I like Wardlow just forcing it, just being like, look, I will fucking kill you if you do not, release me from my contract, to where MJF's like, okay, you're released. I mean, it might be like that. And that's awesome because that makes him more believable, more a monster than if they just did some angle where they went to court, and he got some litigation and got it dismissed, or, the contract invalidated or something just lame like that. Him just showing up and making MJF's life hell and forcing MJF to look over his shoulder every 5 seconds. Unless MJF brings in his own backup and gets a new Wardlow, like we speculated with Brian Cage or something, he's probably going to have to cave in and give Wardlow what he wants. TV debut for Marina. Right on. All right, up next is that trios: Kingston, Santana and Ortiz, and Jericho, Hager, Garcia. Yeah, I mean, a match to get out of the contract makes sense to me, and that is actually kind of a fun idea, because I think if they did that, they'd have to do it on TV. I kind of feel like Double or Nothing is a little too far off for that, but because then it's just another 6 weeks of this shit, unless MJF gets some injunction where Wardlow can't touch him. I don't know. But yeah, I guess a match would probably make the most sense there, but I really do like Wardlow just forcing this issue and making it happen. I kind of like that. Michael Cuomo. Let me turn this song down. I don't like it. There we go. Thank you for that $5, dude. Appreciate that. I always wonder where the wrestlers have to pay when they get fined for attacking refs. How you mean, like they have to go some places? Well, they're bullshit fines anyway, but if they were actually technically getting fined, I would assume it would just be docked from their pay. I think. I don't know how it works, though. I don't know if you have to physically write a check for the fines or if they just take it out of your pay. I would assume they take it out of your pay. I mean, you get weekly or monthly checks anyway. Rarely will a fine even exceed one of those. So that's the thing about fines, is I would think, I don't know how they're set up, financially, how you actually physically pay them, but you don't even feel them, when you're that type of money. It's like me getting fined $20. Well, yeah, it sucks. I lost $20, but I'll be fine. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, the refs are still refs though in AEW. I mean, they still have the typical ref cliches, and ref bumps are basically executed kind of the same way in order to advance a match or get to a finish or whatever. But I just like that they seem to have a place in the match, kind of like how they used to. I mean, I used to know all the referees, 80s, 90s, all the way through the Attitude Era. It wasn't until recently the WWE just started making referees invisible, and it worked. It actually, their programming worked in my brain. I don't notice them anymore. I don't even notice they're in the ring in WWE matches, where in AEW, I'm conscious that they're there. And I like that difference between two companies. I like having two different things to look at. So it's one thing I appreciate about their wrestling, is it makes me remember the old days. Malachi. Vinnie Mac shows up to my house. I'll give it to him. All fives, okay? Psh, psh, psh. Here you go, Vince. Malachi's so good. I wish I was into like this type of stuff that he's doing to maybe even appreciate it more. Maybe some of you who are could have a better appreciation for how good this work that he's doing is. I don't know what genre you call this fantasy type of stuff, but it's just never been my thing. But he's so good at it. JR. Oh my God. That's my first time seeing that. Or that hearing that recognized symbol of excellence thing. That's straight from WWE's old signature opening. Sports entertainers. I'm really happy that this group, I don't know if it's going to be as successful or last as long as Inner Circle. I doubt it. But I'm really glad that it's going to give some rub to Garcia and 2.0. But I think I'd be more into this idea of this faction if it was like 3 pretty prominent, more entertainment-based stars that came from WWE. Maybe people who are known more for their mic work than their ring work type of thing to pair up with Jericho. And they would make a better foundation, I guess, of a sports entertainer group. And I think there's some guys there that you could put in there. You could throw Big Show in there, reunite Jericho. Although that's a lot of, look at that JR impersonator. That's great. That's awesome. So you don't want to put too much age in there, but people like that. They'd be great heels. It'd be awesome to see them get their ass kicked. Oh, Thump is wearing the JYD shirt. That's awesome. That's why Eddie Kingston's awesome. I will tell you right now, there's going to be a bunch of people online that's going to mistake that for something Trump related. That's what was written on JYD's ass. Eddie's the best. And somebody's definitely going to Photoshop that too. I got your shoes. Oh, he's got theirs. He's got the shoes. Nice. That was the funniest part of that whole hokey ordeal is when Jericho goes, "Where are your shoes?" That was the best. Mm-hmm. Santana's like, fuck that. Yeah. Good point, Sonny. Matt Cardona was kind of doing that. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of watching Malachi's group and Edge's group kind of in the same way, and I'm enjoying watching both of them grow and interesting to compare them and their differences and stuff, but I'm loving this idea of throwing Tommaso Ciampa in there. I hope they do that. I think that's perfect for him. Because otherwise, what the hell is he going to do? Nothing. Nothing. He's just going to do nothing. So it's like, to me, it's that or bust. For me, it's like absolutely what he should do. Even if he has to face them first in order to get into the group, maybe he starts out having a match with Priest that leads to him joining. I don't know. Kind of like how Wheeler Yuta did with Blackpool. Damn, Kingston. Hammer and Garcia. Oh, Alexa Bliss and T-Bar. Sure. Alexa Bliss would be odd, but she has had a dark, weird side, so she would fit there if they went right back to that. And I've always thought Dominic deserves way better than he got. So that's Saturday night is just an hour, I'm guessing, right? I don't think I'm going to get a chance to really talk or review that. Talk about it or review it with you guys. Yeah, Rhea Ripley, Ruben. That's another good one for Edge's stable. I'd be down with Rhea. She'd be another one that fit like a damn glove, you would think. She's got that awesome look. I was so team Rhea, man, when she won the NXT title finally. I'm like, that girl is going to be a big deal. And WWE just said, I don't think so, Greg. Wow. Hopefully that match is next, maybe. Now, they might do the women's match next. Picture in picture. Which wrestler annoys you by their fashion? Seth Rollins, you would think, would be the one that would annoy me the most, but he's so fabulous that I love him now. Spears, probably I'd go number one. Corbin looks like a damn idiot too, but that's Spears. I don't know what's going on with him. Blazer, no shirt. Fucking Mohawk. Who has Mohawks anymore?
Some mental health meds can cause.
For TD, and it's unlikely to improve without treatment.
Ingrezza is a prescription medicine to treat adults with TD movements in the face and body. It's the only treatment for TD that's one pill once daily with or without food. Ingrezza 80 milligrams is proven to...
Yeah, Karrion Kross would have fit in Edge's faction. Maybe not with that stupid-ass helmet they put on him, but otherwise he would have been some pretty... He would have been the Wardlow, or that's just the big backup and the big muscle and unstoppable.
operate heavy machinery or do other dangerous activities until you know how Ingrezza affects you. Other serious side effects include potential heart rhythm problems and abnormal movements.
It's nice people focus more on me.
Ask your doctor about Ingrezza, #1 prescribed for TD. Learn how you can pay as little as $0 at Ingrezza.com.
Oh, cool. Just checking over here to Twitter. People are making fun of the security guards. That's funny. Yeah, there were a lot of them, weren't there? Did I see your last comment, Roman? Don't see Roman losing the title to anyone? Well, he's going to lose to someone at some time, but who knows who it can be. I'm all for him. I'm right on board with him holding the title for even longer. I possess patience that fans just don't have. Because I don't give a shit, really, but I think that it would be so fun to, when you just assume that we would never, ever, ever come anywhere near the length of a title run that Hogan had, Bruno had, Backlund had, guys like that, ever again in modern times, considering how fast the business moves. And the fact that if you keep it on him another year, you know, he's going to be approaching that territory, and that's just mind-blowing to me. So I'm not against it at all, but I'm wired differently. Fans are going to lose their minds if he holds that title that long, because they just don't have it in them to have that type of patience. We are back from pitcher and pitcher. Heels are in charge. I'm fine with, if I like the idea of Cody taking the title from Roman. I know that sounds insane, you know, if we would have said that 6 months ago, but even now that he's there, is he going to be the one to leapfrog everybody else and take the belt from Roman, But there is one hell of a story there. And if he did that, he'd probably, you know, could be WWE for life after that. Just depends. I'm actually okay with it as long as the story is good and the fans don't turn on the idea. And if it becomes WWE forcing it and they're going to do it regardless of how the fans react to it, that type of thing. Because I think that could hurt Cody in the long run. And I'd argue that it wouldn't even make the moment worth it. But if they can keep it and the fans are still into it, wow, that was great. Ortiz with a hot tag. Kingston is in. Look at him throwing in Enziguri. But I did say if he does beat Roman for the title, I would love for them to bring that belt on TV. He owns it, apparently. That one that he put up on the Tron there that Dusty held. And if he brought that out, or WWE even let him wear it for his run, you know, that they are not going to let him do that. But if they did, or if he just at least brought it out for a segment and showcased it, or maybe even put it on or something, I don't know. Oof. I could even see a deal where, like, because think about it, if Cody beats Roman, you think Roman's just going to up and go fishing? You know, we're going to get like an immediate return match here. So I could see the Usos jacking it, you know, like taking the belt, and Roman would be in possession of it in the locker room. The belt's right here, Cody. Come get it. If you want it, it's right here. I'll just put it right here on the table. I'll wait for you. You know, just beckoning him to come in and just get ambushed and get his ass kicked. And that could be the centerpiece of the return match. And if Cody figures out a way to retain there and WWE actually gives him an actual run, that would be crazy. Eddie, Jesus, man. He was 100 miles an hour there. Wow. Santana with a dive. Oh. Yeah, I don't think WWE have any issue with them letting their own championship be on TV at all. I'm just saying, like, letting Cody wear something is that not that big, ugly WWE belt. But bringing it out for a segment would be so great. Oh, yeah, he got him with something. I don't know what it was. And that's it. Garcia tightly covers Kingston for the win. Oh, my God. Is that a crowbar or a bat? What's he got there? A bat. Oh, it's Stella or whatever the bat's name is. What's the bat's name? Floyd. Floyd is the bat. Judas Effect. Poor Ortiz. Poor Ortiz. The Rock ending Roman Reigns, man. I would not do that, Trey. They're teasing the shit out of it, man. They did a little bit on it at the end of Roman's Evil doc, and on Young Rock, I guess, last night or whenever that airs, they teased it on that show, which I think is awesome. Just awesome. A potential WrestleMania main event was teased on a sitcom. That's great. So it kind of feels like that is the plan, when The Rock is narrating this and saying it himself, coming out of his own mouth. What are they going to tease the fuck out of us only to not do it? So I kind of have a feeling next year in LA, that's what I'm going to see in person, and that's going to be awesome. But I'd have Roman going over in that scenario. I'd have Roman probably either have already lost the belt and going into this match not as champion, or never have dropping it and beating Rock anyway. Put him down. Make him so unimaginably dominant, by that point, where the fans are really going to be pissed, actually. And then maybe have him drop it the next night on Raw after all that time and give us the Raw after Mania back. Oh, what have we got going on here? Sorry. I should have been talking about this. A butcher. Oh, gosh. Okay, so MJF's going to, since he still has him under contract, going to bring him to work, make him face the butcher, and then probably use that as a way to ambush him. The problem. Yeah, Steven, a lot of people have got Cody on their radar for that, so we will see. It's just still so surreal to me that WWE is making him this big of a deal. WWE and Vince, they love Dusty. I think they're going to try to sort of move their legend obsession away from, Hogan and Flair and more onto Dusty now, especially with Cody there. So I can see. She looks very similar with that hat to Cora Jade to me. I saw Sky Blue wrestle a couple times. Look at Jade. Look at them green Elton Johns she's wearing. Hilarious. The baddies. What's the guys' version of that? Like we have to have something stupid too. Like girls are always baddies or queens with a KW, aren't we something? What do? We do something dumb. We're reality checks of the IWC or whatever that dumb shit is. We've got versions of that. I just can't think of what they are. We're just as bad. That'll probably be pretty fun, Marina Shafir and Jade Cargill. I've thought Jade's last couple of matches have been really good. The baddie section, I love it. I mean, it's a little more creative than just giving the fans signs like WWE would do. At least they have actual people out there. They're like the creatures of the night, but way better. Boo. Yeah, in my mind, when Roman and Rock happen, like, how can you not have Roman go over in that situation? I mean, Rock never wrestles. He's essentially out of the business. He'd only be coming back to continue the family legacy. And Shafir gets the easy win on Miss Blue. Like, you'd have to put Roman over, right? Why? The Rock would make no damn sense. Marina Shafir, she's Roderick Strong's wife. Do I have that right? Look at the baddies.
I'm Lexi Nair here with Hook. Last week on Rampage, we did it.
Hook. What, no chips, dude?
Next week in Pittsburgh is your first match on Dynamite. How are you feeling?
Is he going to speak? Oh, he was about to. Damn you, Scuba Steve. Oh, is it going to be Hook and Tony Nese? Tony Nese is going to have to put over Hook? Danhausen. Look, what is he wearing? Poor Danhausen. Danhausen should just give up on the curse thing. I don't think it's gonna work. All right, here's that tag match. This will be really fun. What a match! At this point, I'd like to see Roderick Strong in AEW just because everybody else is there. The main roster, you know, unless they put him with someone or in there with someone, and it's not a joke and not stupid, is his only chance. But that's a lot of ifs. The Northman. See, that's a movie I'd never see. I have no interest in that type of shit.
Can someone grab more bacon? We're gonna need more of that tangy smoke sauce. Order up. Exotic bacon on bacon, quarter pound, double cheeseburger.
I just love that the curse doesn't work on Hook. That's the best. Eventually he will have to speak. Eventually he will have to speak to someone. Eventually he will have to get beat. So that'll all have to happen. You know, sometime in the next 20 years, eventually Hook will have to lose. You know, probably another 10 years or so, then he'll lose finally. But it's going to happen sometime, so. Jason, you think if they turn him heel, they might do it to beat Roman for the title, but probably before then, though? Yeah, I think I don't even know how you would do that match with The Rock if you'd have him champion or not. If he's champion, that, implies that he's not going to lose it between now and then, but I suppose he could lose it and regain it back. But I don't think he needs to be champion. So if you can get the belt off of him somehow, but, build him back up to face Rock, and then he beats Rock, gets that moment as the true new head of the family, then at the very next pay-per-view, based off that victory, gets a championship match, wins the title, and goes right back on to doing what he's doing. You can do that. No, C-Mac, what did Mark Henry say about Cesaro? I've been hoping we were going to see old Claudio turn up tonight. I thought it was possible. Well, it's commercial. I'll be right back.
Turns out, all he did was crawl to management and beg for a TNT title match. And you guessed it, in the only place left in America that him and his future ex-girlfriend are gonna get booed out of the building in. Oh, don't be so sure about that, Ethan. Turns out the most obnoxious couple in the history of AEW are still right here. And what happened to that mixed tag match that Ty Conti wanted so badly? I guess it'll be yet another Saturday night where she goes unsatisfied.
Sammy, you desecrated our car, this championship, our names, and you still didn't get the match you wanted. But now, you will get the ass kicking you need. And at Battle of the Belts, the only thing getting bigger in Texas is my winning streak.
Wow, huge addition to Battle of the Belts 2 this Saturday night.
All right. I am back. I did not catch what they added to Battle of the Belts. Scorpio Sky and somebody, right? But I didn't hear what it was. Oh, yeah. Ricky is from New Orleans. Good for him. All right. This should be a good one. They set this one up on Rampage. Man, you can see the emotion on Ricky. Wow, I feel like you got to give Hobbs and Starks the win in this one. Don't you? Yeah, he's feeling it. It's got to feel good, when you're a talent and you get to go to your own hometown. You get that little extra pop. I'm sure that's quite the feeling. Since his arrival here, he's been on a tear. He's 2-1. Jesus Christ. Keith Lee is 348. God. Oh, okay. So Cesaro won't be there anytime soon. I was kind of thinking like tonight's main event would be a perfect spot for him to turn up. But especially this card, they were just really kind of pushing it. And it's stacked as hell. I wouldn't. I think that I see what you mean by nobody should lose, but you still have to push this issue too. Like there's just TV shows ahead of you, so you got to eventually get these guys in the ring. But Hobbs and Starks are together. They're in an alliance. Swerve and Lee are just put together because of the situation. So you would think the team that knows each other better is probably going to get the win in this thing anyway. And plus, you can probably book any tag team match in a way that's not going to really, truly harm anybody. You do all sorts of shenanigans. I think the issue here is more with, Swerve and Starks individually and Hobbs and Lee. Yeah, so basically I don't think a loss by Swerve and Lee here would really, truly harm them in any way. Here comes Ricky. Big crowd pop. They're happy. I'd do the finish here. Starks pinning Swerve. You can do a low blow, cheap shot, foreign object, distraction. Pull your balls out, whatever you want to do. Oh, so good. Wow. He's graceful as hell. Jesus. And you got to think about other things, too, about a lot of these WWE releases when they let so many, like gobs and gobs and gobs of people go, allowed AEW to pick some of the best ones. And basically it was like WWE on their dime and their training system and their legends. They got the elite training. They had some of the best teachers and coaches the business could possibly have to offer, the best facilities and all that stuff, and learned a lot on someone else's dime only to come to your company polished. That's kind of cool. I bought these little these guys are, little mini Cokes. I feel like Andre the Giant when I hold one of them, but I stopped with the beer. Ricky. Oh, yeah, Swerve's going up. I think he is anyway. Yep, he is. Lee's like, jump off me, man. I got you. Oh, my God. That's hard to do because Lee, it's not like, Keith Lee isn't going to spring the way the rope springs, or like my chair springs. Man. It didn't look perfect, but he pulled it off. Yeah, I'd like to see Ember Moore, she's Athena now, I guess, come in. Just anything to help that women's division that still has plenty of room to grow, but has gotten better. I like the Bray Wyatt situation because I truly don't know where he could go. I really feel like it's very possible he could go back to WWE. So the fact that he could go either place to me makes it fun. So I have no idea. He's got so many other outside interests. It just depends on what he's doing. I have no way of predicting that because I don't know. I mean, The Fiend was pretty cool, and WWE managed just to make that a complete farce. So I think it'd be more fun just to see him go somewhere else, but as long as he's happy, that's all I care about. Yeah, Bray Wyatt's got loads of talent. WWE letting him go was... I mean, maybe it was a strategical type of thing. Maybe they said, we're going to cut a whole bunch of talent, a lot of it good. Wait a while and see who AEW gobbles up, and then go back and get the remaining at a cheaper price. Like, knowing we're going to get some of these people back. We're not sure who yet, but some of these important pieces will come back to us, maybe at a little bit cheaper price than they were before. And maybe that was the whole plan. And they would just work with whatever pieces they wound up getting. So the fact that Wyatt hasn't gone into AEW yet, maybe they'll now phone him up and work some sort of deal that's probably more beneficial to the company than the previous one they had with him. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so focused on this picture in picture. Check the Twitters over here. Twitter. Oh, we're back. Nope, nothing over there. Yep, Keith Lee's got the tag. Did he backwards leapfrog him? Jesus, Keith. Oh, my God. Terry Allen, thank you, dude, for the $2. Tom Petty songs you adore. What's cool is when I was a kid, my dad loved Tom Petty, and we would like listen to him on like family trips. I liked him even with the Wildberries and shit. It was, I guess, I don't even have a favorite Tom Petty song, I suppose. My baby sister would always sing the shit out of Free Fallin', but I was always like an American Girl guy or... what is that? The album after that, whatever the fuck that one was. A lot of them there. Oh. I thought Hobbs was going to grab his hair. Oh, he did. Spear. Oh. Oh, and he took out Keith Lee. Is he going to set Swerve up here for the finish? And he does. That's what I said the finish should be. It looks like we're going to get it. No, and he kicked out. Yes. I thought that was really going to be it. They had me fooled. They had me fooled. Crowd was into that. I think Lee did go up there and blind tag himself. Oh, God. Oh! Jesus. Starks, you alive? Oh, don't pin him. Boy, that really gives you an idea how big Keith Lee fucking is, too, because Hobbs is huge. Look at the size of Hobbs, and then Lee dwarfed him. I wonder who's bigger. Is it Hobbs or Wardlow? They're really close in size. Hobbs might have him by a bit. Taz is coming. Starks is going to try to pick up Lee. Huh. ECW. Oh, because of Taz. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, there was a November to Remember in that building. That's cool. I didn't know that. Not a bad little venue for ECW. He does. Starks with a spear. Nope, Swerve is going to break this shit up. Oh, that was a great finish. Lee held him. Hell yeah. There was no count, JR, but that was awesome. Lee held him down so Swerve could hit the 450 or whatever that was. Jesus. Got to give props to these matches because a lot of them have had hard matches to follow, and they've all been really good. Even that tag opener was fantastic. Ooh, God, Hobbs looked like he legit caught one. Oh, Taz. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow, Hobbs is going to pin Lee. Big win for Hobbs. I like it. Hit him with a huge spine buster with a leg grab. That's why I said, I just got done saying that. In a tag match, you can book shit all sorts of different ways. Not going to mean anything at the end. These guys are a regular team. Lee and Swerve haven't teamed up together. Get a little manager interference. No big deal. Nobody's buried. Nobody's buried. Chill out. Everybody relax. I thought maybe Taz was going to talk. I guess not. I like that. That was good stuff. That's going to be nuts. I'll be working on Friday, so I'm going to have to catch that after. We'll be talking about it a lot on Saturday on the podcast, I'm sure. Robin Renegade and Ruby Soho, women's qualifier. Oh, Scorpio and Sammy. Okay. I can't see Sammy winning it back. Gresham and Dalton Castle. Wow. That's crazy on TV. That's Ring of Honor stuff is starting to seep in. Look at Rosa. She looks great. She will beat Nyla Rose. Absolutely. Oh, Nyla and Vicky. It was supposed to have writing on it, but it cost extra, so you get no writing. How much extra? Like $3? Somebody's going to eat that cake in the face. We know that. I just hope Vicky... Oh, good for you, Thunder Rosa. Oh, nice. Nice. That's exactly what should have happened, because how dumb do you think... It's got to be hard to... It's got to be hard to fight with cake in your face. Oh, gosh. Rosa hit that container hard. Jesus. All right. Wardlow versus the Butcher next week, as ordered. Oh, Hook is going to have a Dynamite match. Right on. Oh, wow. Danielle Camella and Britt Baker. I mean, Britt could be a good, Britt could definitely win the Owen qualifier. And a lot of people might say, oh, no, that would be stupid. She doesn't need it. Well, did Brett need the King of the Ring? Same situation. Just came off a title run. Won a big tournament. First one ever. We weren't complaining about that. Nobody was like, Tatanka should have won. No, Brett. So I think Britt would make a lot of sense. How much you want to bet people are going to say that on Twitter, that she doesn't need it? And she shouldn't win the tournament because she doesn't need it. Should go to somebody else. Fucking Tatanka needed it. He didn't win.
Feel amazing. New Clear Eyes Allergy. Your eyes deserve the best.
I'm all for Britt. Yeah, J-Mac, I'm with you. The upset pin on Lee was awesome. I was just saying that too. Somebody was like, I don't think anybody should be losing here. I'm like, well, it's a tag, so you can do all sorts of different things. You can book it in such a way that, the finish really is not going to do shit to anybody's push or career or anything. It's going to notch the win-loss record a bit, but aside from that. Serena Deeb's another good one. TJ, I agree. Yeah, to me, it doesn't have to be Britt. I'm not saying it has to be Britt. I'm just saying if it was Britt, I wouldn't care. Serena Deeb would be great. I mean, hell, she's been putting in the work to deserve that. That's for sure. People were complaining about Brett. Really? People weren't talking about wrestling in that way, though. We didn't discuss wrestling back then. I mean, hell, I was almost an adult by that point. We weren't talking about wrestling in the same way we talk about it now. In the smuggy, smarky, oh, I would have done this or I would have done that. Yeah, we kind of would have maybe booked things differently in our head, but not too many people were complaining about Brett winning that. I can't imagine anybody. It was just a way to kind of keep him rolling, keep him important, since Vince clearly wasn't going to have him near the title at the moment. Toni Storm would be another good one. I like a lot of the new women they have too, but there's a lot of women that have been putting the time in there. I'd almost maybe, if you're looking at it from a who deserves it perspective, I might pick somebody else above a Toni Storm who just got there. And that's why Serena, would be another. Hikaru Shida too, Either one of them. Little reward to maybe the pillars of the women's division that's been slow going. But it's going.
What I'm scared of is how I would feel if I woke up the next morning saying I didn't do all that I could to become.
Oh, for real? No, maybe some of the message boards they were, I suppose. I guess maybe I wasn't at that age yet then to look at it in that way. I had my complaints, but it wasn't structured in the way we do now, to me. But I suppose there were people that had plenty to say. But considering all of wrestling's problems around that time, like in 93 and just the changes the business went through from let's say 87 to 93, that little 6-year span there, it changed dramatically. So Brett winning the King of the Ring was one of the brighter spots of all of that to me because it was, a great wrestler and a fun tournament. Here comes Joe. It's main event time. I think this is going to be super fun. I'm going to say right now, I don't believe this is going to be match of the year candidate or anything like that. The fan like myself who think this is such a surreal and cool match to see is mostly just because it's cool to see. And Samoa Joe potentially winning a Ring of Honor championship here in the main event is just awesome. But You got to consider the age of these guys and the physical condition of both, and they're both going to beat the snot out of each other, don't get me wrong. But it's not going to be Bucks and FTR, you know what I mean? But it's going to be crazy and probably a whole bucket of fucking fun. Rodrigo, yeah, I think seeing Brett at Double or Nothing is very possible. All right, here he comes. So awesome. A few months back, the fate of Ring of Honor was in dire straits, man. It's kind of cool to see it live on, even though I'm sure it's going to undergo a lot of changes. We'll see how Tony Khan handles the acquisition of another company compared to how WWE handled WCW. I'm not saying they're on the same level. I'm just saying they're the same situation of one company buying another. So WWE just pummeled WCW into obscurity. And AEW is actually going to try to launch it. So that's cool. It's a good-looking championship. I love Suzuki's music. All right, here we go. Bell has rung. Oh, snap. Damn. Right. Well, we knew we'd see this right off the bat. Look at how red Joe is. Jesus. What the hell have I signed up for? God. We're not a minute into the match. This is like crazy on crazy here. All right, Excalibur is already teasing the overrun here. We're going to stick with it as long as it takes, he says. My God. Well, I hope we get some social media pictures of the welts after this. That's for sure. Jesus, man. The fans are like, yeah. Chop fest. Oh, did you see the sweat fly off? Jesus. I mean, it kind of doesn't make much sense. They're just letting each other letting each other throw the punches. You want to block this shit? Best block, no be there. Joe is many shades redder. Gonna sit back and watch this one. Ooh. Joe's got some bruising, too. Joe's like, yeah. Fans are liking it. They're quiet, but they like it. Yeah. Damn it, he lured him in. Yeah, he's got 80 pounds on Minoru. Wow. Look at this. It's like an armbar tarantula something or other. I don't know what the technical term would be for that. Oh, good. At least we get to stick with picture in picture. I didn't want to lose it. Oh, they're just battling on the outside of the ring now. Well, this is good so far. Loving it. Yeah, Suzuki's got the old man strength. Old man strength is a thing. Sometimes I crack myself up what I can lift. Like if I'm at the restaurant or something, I have to do something kind of physical. Like even though I don't have to, I'll still change out like the big fountain syrups or whatever for the sodas and bullshit. And our shit's upstairs. I'll come down, I'll throw that thing up on my shoulder like it's nothing. I'll just hop right down the stairs. I'm in my 40s. I've just been doing it forever. I can move kegs around by myself, and I just laugh. I'm like, I shouldn't be able to lift this around or move this around. I'm old, and my back hurts. All right, we are back in the ring now in the pitcher-in-pitcher, continuing to rain blows upon each other. I'm curious what their overrun is going to be, if it'll be a 5-minute, 10-minute, or if they'll go nuts with it. But I do like that overruns are possible, and I think they should always make them possible because I think that would help, you know, with the outcomes of the matches and stuff. Make them more exciting when you don't really quite know when the show is going to end. And because when you know when it's going to end right at the top of the hour, you can kind of feel, you know, when we're getting close to finish time. Does that mean I can eat it? Oh, that was a Super Bowl commercial, I think. That like vagina candle, vagina scented candle. Gwyneth, don't eat that. I got 3 candles lit behind me. None of them are that. I love Trevor Noah. Oh, happy belated birthday, J-Mac. It's a good birthday present for you right here. You're treated to a good one. Treated to a crazy one. Well, since we're in pitcher-in-pitcher, I'm going to take one last break myself. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Joe has got Suzuki down on the mat. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, big weekend of wrestling, man. Friday and Saturday night. AEW is not playing games. Curious what kind of numbers they'll draw for that Saturday show. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Well under a million. Well under a million. I'd go 500K on that. Oof. Holding him down. Joe is up. We are 4 minutes. Probably less, probably closer to 3 to the top of the hour, so we'll see how far over this runs. By my clock, anyway. I'm watching on this DirecTV streaming app, which is probably not synced up to what you guys have got going on. Ooh, Walter and Suzuki. That would be violent, man. He's going to try to gotch pile driver Joe. I don't know, man. That's going to be a tall order for. One more time. Poof. So good. Joe is Schrute Farms beat red. Excalibur continues to plug, like 1990s Vince, that they might go past the top of the hour. Ooh, good sidewalk slam counter by Joe. Sonjay and Jay Lethal cheering him on. Here comes Joe. Drop kick. Yeah, this isn't even a match that I thought would need to go super long. That's why I'm surprised they're doing an overrun for it. That's why I thought we might see Cesaro. I'm like, well, if they're doing an overrun, maybe they're going to plan for a big return or something, or a debut, but maybe they just need to allow more time for these guys to kick the shit out of each other. Well, that could be it, too. Oh, is he going to try to muscle buster him up? Nope. Yeah, he was, but Suzuki's got the armbar. He's going for it. That could be it. We might not even need an overrun. And we don't. So we didn't even go over unless we have some sort of an attack or a debut or something like that. But we're not having much of an overrun here. And Samoa Joe, as predicted, does win the Ring of Honor TV title. Just in case somebody debuts, let me pull off the chat here because you guys will probably know before me. Oh, what are these? Oh, Jay Lethal and Sonjay. I feel like we could get something happening here. I feel like we could see him. Something. Oh. I can't see it going off the air like that. Oh, lights are out. Here we go. I'm glad I pulled away from the chat because you guys are probably already telling me. Who is it? Who the hell is that? Oh, my God, he is big. What, is he going to be like their Omos or something? Who is this guy? Now I'd bring Cesaro out to help out Joe, but I guess we're not going to see him. It's just a debut for this guy? Holy cow. I'm back on the chat now. This is very interesting. We still got time for another debut or a run-in. There's still time. He is crushing his cranium. He is huge, this guy. Where are the doctors? So he wins the title, but gets his ass kicked. Lethal injection to Joe. And I guess that's going to be ball game. All right. Joe won the title, but he is laid out by the enemy to close the show as we run about 3 minutes over. Oh, Carfin match on Wednesday next week, too. Good stuff. All right, that's a wrap on Dynamite this week. Hey, I still thought it was an awesome show. My God, those matches were holding up one after another after they had to follow some pretty stiff competition. And it was a fun night of wrestling. Maybe I thought we were going to get a bigger surprise at the end than we did, but I certainly wouldn't let that diminish the show. Joe and Suzuki was all kinds of fun. That was a blast. Well, I appreciate you guys being here again on another Wednesday. That was fun. We will continue to do this. Next time you will see me will be Saturday for a podcast. But make sure you subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you don't mind on your way out the door. And we'll be back.